Hi, it's been a while since I've made a video. A lot has been happening recently. I was in housing court on Friday because I owe my landlord rent, but I'm actually having to fight my landlord because my landlord wrongly filed a petition against me. Let me tell you what happened. I paid my rent in July, but my landlord did not cash my check. Before August rent was due, my landlord filed a petition against me to collect on July and August rent. It's illegal for landlords to file petitions after having wrongly refused to cash rent checks. I reported my landlord to the office of the public advocate, Tish James, but her office did nothing. When I tried to look for an attorney to help me, I met with one lawyer at a large law firm who told me that the public advocate's office usually does nothing about these cases. For a minute I thought about going to the Queen's DA, but I thought it through. How can landlords falsely sue tenants for back rent? It's because the municipal prosecutors do nothing. I'm not denying that I now owe my landlord back rent, but at the time the petition was filed against me, I did not owe my landlord anything. I was not past due on any amount. I would like to know, how can it be that a landlord file false instruments with housing court saying that I did not mail my rent when in fact I did? It wasn't until all this started happening that I looked into my landlord's record. He's a former business partner of Dracula Landlord who was ordered to go to jail for having so many building violations. In this letter to the editor published by the New York Times, my landlord, Herbert, admitted he was demanding that New York City assess violations, not on landlords, but on tenants. I am not the only one who has been wrongly sued by my landlord for back rent. Because my landlord is notorious, he's done this to other tenants. This is a tenant in one of my landlord's buildings in Brooklyn. She told me that the landlord sued her for back rent even though she paid it. She's also a tenant activist, which would make it suspicious. Why would my landlord sue her? According to the Fair Housing Act, it is illegal for a landlord to harass or intimidate tenants, particularly if the tenants are housing activists. How can my landlord get away with this? Because my landlord has a record of breaking the law, I asked the judge in my case to refer my landlord to the Brooklyn U.S. Attorney. If what my landlord is doing to me is not serious enough, surely what he is doing to tenants in other buildings ought to be deemed violations of the Fair Housing Act. I'm going to close this video with examples of how my landlord has in the past harassed or created dangerous conditions for tenants.